The room was dark. Only the flicker of the hallway light touched her trembling face. "Daddy," Lily whispered, gripping her father's hand. "Please, pretend you're dead." Mark froze, unsure if she was joking. But the terror in her 9-year-old eyes told him this was no game. What could drive a child to say something like that? How could pretending to die save their lives? Before we uncover the truth, tell us, where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that'll leave you speechless. Lily Carson and her father, Mark, lived quietly in a small town. 2 years ago, a car accident had taken Lily's mother, leaving their home heavy with grief and silence. Mark, a widowed paramedic, filled his days saving strangers while Lily drew pictures of her mother, whispering to her in heaven each night. Then came Vanessa, polished, charming, seemingly perfect. To everyone else, she was the answer to Mark's loneliness. To Lily, she was the reason the house no longer felt safe. Vanessa moved in, and small things began to change. Lily's toys disappeared. Her bedroom light was left on all night. Mark brushed off Lily's worries as adjustment. Vanessa even bought life insurance for Mark, claiming, "just being responsible." But one night, Lily overheard her on the phone. "Yes, after the accident, we'll transfer everything to my name." And then came the laughter. Cold, precise, terrifying. Lily had no idea this was just the first step in a plan months in the making. One night, Lily sneaked into Vanessa's room. Inside, she found photos of her father, each marked with dates. A hidden phone showed messages from someone called D. "Make sure it looks like an accident. The breaks will be easy." Lily didn't understand every detail, but she understood enough. Her father's life was in danger. She tried to tell him. He laughed it off. "Honey, that's not funny. Vanessa loves us." Frustrated and scared, Lily cried into her mother's photo. "How do I make him believe me?" Vanessa announced a weekend trip, a long drive up the mountain. Lily overheard her final phone call. "He leaves at sunrise. Make sure the job's clean." At dawn, Lily hid in the garage and watched Vanessa pour a mysterious liquid under the hood. For a moment their eyes met, and Vanessa smiled. Panicked, Lily ran into her father's room. "Daddy, please! Pretend you're dead! Just for one day!" Mark was shaken. Lily explained everything: the phone, the car, the messages. Finally, he checked the brakes. Slick fluid coated them. Through the kitchen window, Vanessa smiled calmly, unaware her plan had been discovered. In that moment, Mark realized his daughter hadn't imagined a thing. Mark called an old police friend. Together they staged an accident on the mountain trail. News of Mark's supposed death reached Vanessa, and she didn't shed a tear. Within hours, she called D. "It's done. Transfer everything." But the real surprise wasn't what Vanessa did next. It was who showed up at her door. Vanessa met D at a motel. Unaware cameras were recording every word: the money, the brakes, the car. The police moved in, arresting her on the spot, and just when she thought she'd gotten away with murder, Mark stepped out of the shadows, alive, furious, heartbroken. Lily ran into his arms, and for the first time in years, Mark cried. Vanessa confessed. She had debts and planned to fake being a widow for insurance. D was a local mechanic she'd manipulated to help. The news spread. The little girl who saved her father's life. Mark testified in court, and Vanessa was sentenced to life. Justice was served. But for Lily, it was never about punishment. It was about finally sleeping without fear. Mark and Lily moved out of the house. One of her drawings, our family safe and together, was framed above the couch. The world called her a hero, but in her heart, she just missed her mom. And somewhere, she hoped. Her mom was proud. "Would you have believed, Lily? What would you do if your child begged you to pretend you were dead?" Sometimes the smallest voices carry the biggest truths. Sometimes courage comes from the most unexpected hearts. If this story moved you, hit that like button and subscribe for more real stories of bravery, hope, and survival.